Taking a look at the interest rate markets today, I want to focus on the 10-year note. A mover once again today to the downside. We continue to see this downward trend persist in the 10-year note, and we're seeing it really across all the different durations. The 10-year note down for the third straight day and really down 4 of the last 5 days. So the selling pressure continues today. And I think when you look at some of the dynamics within the space, I want to focus on the yields here first. And when you're looking at those yields, we're looking at a 10-year yield right around the 1.735 level. So 1.735, that's the highest yield in a month. You have to go back to August 13th to see an equivalent type of yield on the 10-year note. So we're looking at 1 month highs basically in yield. And looking at the 2-10 spread, a lot of people like to focus on that, and it's been pointed out as a potential indicator for a recessionary type of event, and we're seeing that widen out now, 6 basis points. So we're seeing that 10-year yield going higher now, moving away from the 2-year, seeing it out of inversion and back into a contango or premium type of level. So I think, again, that's walking back at least a little bit of the concern short term for recessionary type of chatter. And the final thing I want to point out when you look at the dynamics is the CME FedWatch tool. We're seeing that shift dramatically here the last couple of days, and we're seeing now, as we move into the September announcement next week for the Fed, about 11.5%, almost 12% chance that they may not move, and that was pretty much priced out a week ago. So now we're seeing, as the selling pressure persists, I should say, in the 10-year and in the other durations, we're seeing now the chance of no movement by the Fed being priced in a little bit more than it was just a couple of days ago. Also, I want to look at the activity within the 10-year options. And when you look at those December options now, that's the lead month, and we're seeing a lot of activity here, particularly on the put side. A lot of options being traded today on the put side. You start at the 130 line and you go to the 129 line and the 128 line, and even those half strikes in between. You're seeing anywhere between 6,000 to 10,000 contracts traded on each one of those lines. So definitely, as we see the selling pressure continue to persist within the 10-year note, we're seeing options activity, particularly on that the put options, picking up dramatically, as the expectations are now that maybe we'll see a little bit lower probing within the 10-year space before it's all said and done.